Going forward requires diligence in your life. There are all kinds of promises in the Bible to people who learn this one little characteristic of setting themselves in the right direction and then just diligently sticking with it. Setting themselves in the right direction, as I heard it described this week, a long obedience in the same direction. Okay? That we say, God, I'm going to obey you, and I'm going for the long haul, and I'm living this life, and it's going to be diligent. It's not just going to be a short-term thing. No, I'm setting the course of my sail for the next decade, for the next 2 decades, for the next whatever my lifespan might be. My sail is set. I'm determined to be diligent in going forward. And notice the promises that come to us when we're diligent. Take a look at Proverbs 13, verse 4. The slacker, the person who doesn't really put a lot of effort into life, wants it all and ends up with what? Oh, they want it all. I would imagine most of us today would say, yeah, I want the promised land. I want all that God has in store for me. All of us want it, yes. The slacker wants it all and ends up with nothing. But the diligent, one translation says, the diligent worker, the diligent person, the hard worker ends up with all that he longed for. Take a look with me now in this powerful passage in Hebrews chapter 11, verse 6. But without faith, it is impossible to please him, please God. For he who comes to God must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of those who do what? Diligently seek him, not casually seek him, but what? Diligently seek him. You're never going to get where you need to be with a casual relationship with God. It just will not happen. There's a diligence in seeking him. Matthew chapter 7, you're familiar with this passage, I'm sure. It's from the Passion Translation, so it's a little different rendering here, but it says this: for every persistent, diligent, sticking with it, every persistent one will get what he asks for. Every persistent seeker will discover what he longs for. And everyone who knocks persistently will one day find an open door. Ask and you shall receive. Seek and you will find. Knock and the door will be open. Why does the Passion Translation render it this way? Because the original Greek language of that promise given to us by Jesus is simply this: if you'll continue to ask, you will find. If you continue to ask, you'll receive. If you continue to seek, you'll find. If you continue to knock, the door will be open. It's not just a one-time thing or a casual thing. It's something that you set your sails to and say, I'm going forward. I'm going to be diligent with my life.